Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia, Andy Salces was making a video of himself singing. He was home alone on his bed. Suddenly, something emerged from behind his dresser, in a space that nobody could fit into. Andy gets up to check behind his dresser, but finds no evidence that any normal person could have possibly fit behind it. In Liverpool, England, Michael Diamond began noticing things being out of place in one of his antique collection rooms. Multiple times, he found the display case of a World War II ventriloquist dummy named Mr. Fritz open. So he decided to put a camera in front of the dummy. Around 3 in the morning, not only did the camera capture the door opening, but also something much more horrifying. Mr. Fritz was created by a prisoner of war during World War II named Billy Booth. Private Booth had previously been a children's entertainer and used German newspaper clippings to create Mr. Fritz. He used the doll for almost 2 years to entertain his fellow prisoners and even some of the German guards. On January 14th, 1945, Private Booth and 9 other American prisoners were sent out to dig a hole in a field. While digging, German soldiers slaughtered all 10 of them. Less than 2 weeks later, the concentration camp was liberated. Mr. Fritz was brought back to America by a fellow soldier and given to Private Booth's family. In Zelenogorsk, Russia, a ghost hunting team called Nerve Paranormal is exploring an abandoned home that they believe is haunted. After going upstairs, they find a group of small chairs placed together in a circle. As they inch closer, something lets the group know they are not alone.
Они в разнобой были. Шум, наверное, такой.
Soon after, they decide to leave, but whatever they encountered apparently doesn't want them to.
Не глядись, куда? Давай туда.
In North Carolina, Cody Moss was home alone and noticed that lights in his house were flickering. He then started hearing water running. He traced the sound to his bathroom and found the faucet had been turned on. After this, he went outside to call his girlfriend and tell her what was going on. Although she told him not to go back in the house, he decided to go back in and found things had been moved around in the kitchen and all the cupboards were open. This was enough to get him to actually leave. 2 hours later, however, Cody re-enters the house. He checks every room to make sure nobody had broken in and doesn't find anything. However, upon checking the footage later, he sees something terrifying in his daughter's room. Jerry Bruce was filming his son playing with a toy. Suddenly, the door to a closet creepily opens on its own, and then a toy is knocked to the ground as if something was shoving it out of the way and heading towards the baby. Jerry grabbed his son and ran out the front door, and although it seemed to be an isolated incident, I'm sure they were never able to look at that closet the same. In Puchang, Malaysia, a man and a woman were at a local driving school for a party. It was after midnight, and all the other party guests had left. The couple got into an argument, and can be seen talking back and forth for several minutes. Eventually, the woman tries to leave, but the man refuses. After forcing the woman to sit back down, the man talks with her for a while longer before eventually leaving into another room, where he makes a phone call. This is when strange things start occurring. The man continues talking on the phone while the woman sits alone. All is quiet until he hears something moving behind him. After hearing the door behind him move, he notices 3 monitors begin to turn on by themselves. This is enough to cause him to flee, and it's the last we see of the man. However, strange things continue to occur within the room. Meanwhile, the woman is sitting on her own, and things start to get weird. The moving chairs cause her to panic, but this was just the beginning. This surge in activity causes her to panic even more, and then she passes out. Nothing else is known about this school or what would have caused these occurrences there, but whatever it was, I certainly don't want to run into it. Do you believe in the paranormal? I want to know your thoughts about these clips in the comments. Also, feel free to let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. You've seen the terror. Now don't miss out on the next one. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.